War in Afghanistan, 2001-2021, a 20-year mission against terror. How it started. The 9/11 attacks. On September 11, 2001, the world watched in shock as 4 coordinated terrorist attacks were carried out on American soil by al-Qaeda, a militant group led by Osama bin Laden. Nearly 3,000 people lost their lives. The attacks were planned from Afghanistan, where al-Qaeda had been given safe haven by the Taliban. In response, the United States launched Operation Enduring Freedom on October 7, 2001, marking the beginning of America's longest war. The goals of the war: 1. Dismantle al-Qaeda. 2. Remove the Taliban from power. 3. Prevent Afghanistan from being a safe haven for terrorists again. The invasion begins. The U.S., supported by NATO allies, launched airstrikes and special operations. Within weeks, the Taliban government fell, al-Qaeda training camps were destroyed, U.S. and Afghan forces began hunting down Osama bin Laden and his operatives, nation building and challenges. After the Taliban's fall, attention shifted to rebuilding Afghanistan. A new Afghan government was formed. Elections were held. Billions were spent on infrastructure, education, and women's rights. But challenges remained. Taliban insurgency grew. Corruption plagued governance. Afghanistan's remote terrain and tribal divisions made stability difficult. A resilient insurgency. By the late 2000s and into the 2010s, the Taliban began regaining ground in rural areas. They used guerrilla tactics, roadside bombs, and hit-and-run attacks. The U.S. increased troop levels under President Bush and again under President Obama in a troop surge. Despite victories, the war became costly and prolonged, leading to debates about withdrawal. Osama bin Laden killed, 2011. On May 2, 2011, under President Barack Obama, U.S. Navy SEALs located and killed Osama bin Laden in Abbottabad, Pakistan, not in Afghanistan. This was a major milestone, but the Taliban continued fighting. The U.S. begins withdrawal. Over the next decade, U.S. forces gradually handed over security to Afghan troops. Peace talks were held with the Taliban. Under President Donald Trump, a deal was signed in 2020 to fully withdraw U.S. forces. The fall of Kabul, 2021. In August 2021, under President Joe Biden, the final withdrawal took place. The Taliban rapidly advanced, taking over provinces and finally Kabul, the capital. The Afghan government collapsed. Thousands of Afghans and foreign nationals were evacuated in emergency airlifts from the airport. What was gained? Al-Qaeda weakened bin